have the attention it had before, but many people are still dealing with this every day. I'm the founder of Operation Hope. My name is John Hope Bryant. Losing your home is unthinkable. Let Operation Hope offer HUD-certified foreclosure prevention professionals to help you negotiate with your lender, apply for a loan modification, or take other steps to avoid foreclosure. Call Operation Hope on our 24-hour-a-day hotline at 888-388-HOPE. That's 888-388-4673.
At Ingalls, we know that Christmas is a family affair.
Operation Silent Night and Still in the Family. Okay, we're ready. Okay.
May yours be merry and bright.
Merry Christmas!
This week at Ingalls, 50-ounce Hanover cut green beans, 2 for $4. Select sizes and varieties Starbucks bag or K-Cup coffee, $6.98 each. And select Gain laundry detergent or flings, $8.98 each. Ingalls, low prices, love the savings.
Hey, Ray Magliozzi here. I don't know about you, but my car could use a few upgrades. I mean, the 8-inch tear in the driver's seat does have sentimental value since my butt has molded to fit it, but I'm ready to move on. My solution? eBay Motors. They've got all the right parts at the right prices. 122 million of them, from seat covers to whole new seats. When I get that new seat, I think I'll put the old one in the living room, right next to the minivan seats, or as we call it, the sectional. eBay Motors. Let's ride.
Taco Bell's new double steak grilled cheese burrito coated with melty cheese will leave you speechless. So get to Taco Bell and pick one up today. At participating U.S. Taco Bell locations for a limited time only. Double the steak claim as compared to the steak quesadilla.
Joe Buck and John Smoltz welcoming you back to the City Center Convenience Mart.
Heather's moment has arrived, and you just hope all that training pays off.
Heather lays down her purchase, but Randy rings it up as slowly as he can.
Uh-oh.
Yep, she's looking at the cigarettes.
There's nothing good back there.
Heather's arm is in motion, but she just grabs the gum off the counter.
That's a slick move.
Even Randy tips his cap to Heather. Stand Up to Cancer and Rally wants you to reduce your risk for cancer.
Go to takeahealthystand.org.
From the Ingalls Studios, this is ESPN Asheville, WPEK, W225CJ Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, and iHeart radio station.
I'm Christine Lisi, breaking news from ESPN's Greg Wyshynski. NHL players are not going to the upcoming Winter Olympics because of the coronavirus. The league will use the scheduled Olympic break in its season to reschedule NHL games. Rams linebacker Von Miller activated from the COVID-19 list ahead of tonight's game versus the Seahawks. LA, half game back of NFC West leading Arizona, needs to make a statement tonight, believes ESPN radio host Harry Douglas.
I want to see them win in a dominating, physical fashion. That's what I want to see. I understand the Seahawks are last in pass defense. They're 21st against the run. I want to see that run game. I want to see that offensive line dominating the defensive line of the Seattle Seahawks. That's what I want to see.
Harry Douglas on Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max. The Eagles expect quarterback Jalen Hurts to return from a sprained ankle tonight against Washington. Washington, though, not sure who yet its quarterback will be. Taylor Heineke, Kyle Allen on the COVID-19 list. If they do not test off the list in time, Garrett Gilbert, the newly signed Garrett Gilbert, likely starts. If Washington wins tonight, it moves into 7th in the NFC. If Philly wins, Minnesota holds on to spot number 7.
It's Keith from Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max, hoping you're spending as much time with your wonderful family as possible. When the calendar turns to 2022, we'll be right here talking about the NFL playoff picture. Weekday mornings at 6 Eastern on ESPN Radio.
In the heart of Beer City, USA, 2 men, 1 journey to create a sports show unlike any other. Unfiltered, raw, and honest. One of them played a soccer goalie opposite Ben Stiller. The other once scored 6 points on Steph Curry. These guys know their shit.
Let's go!
Tank Spencer, Jeremy Greene, The Sportsocracy. Presented by Ingalls Supermarkets. Low prices, love the savings. And Wicked Weed Brewing. Drink different.
And welcome into the Sportsocracy here on ESPN Asheville 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. We are live in the Ingalls studio, and the first hour of the program is always brought to you by Ingalls. Low prices, love the savings. I'm Tank Spencer. Jeremy Greene is alongside as always. And the doubleheader of Monday Night Football. Wasn't it grand? Wasn't it just enthralling?
if you added the scores together of both games, they would have barely covered one over.
We had the Las Vegas Raiders, on the strength of a Daniel Carlson field goal, gets the win over the Cleveland Browns practice squad. And today, Raiders fans are just so happy. So happy.
Hey, a win's a win. It was ugly. It was not pleasant to watch, but it's over, and we survived it.
Yep. Minnesota Vikings beating the Chicago Bears. Score was a little closer than I anticipated, but there again, it's the Minnesota Vikings. They're not going to ever do anything to really impress you or make you feel like the tide has turned for this team. They're just going to nasty out some games against bad teams. And then they'll get ahead on good teams and then completely blow the lead.
Bingo.
Good Lord. Minnesota's got problems as well. Coming up tomorrow in the Sportsocracy, by the way, we are making our New Year's resolutions for the 32 teams in the NFL. Be sure to check that out tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Yes, we have some choice words for the Minnesota Vikings, as well as every other team in the NFL.
And you'll be able to see those on our TikTok or Instagram, all those things at the Sportsocracy.
Right. There were no great performances last night.
No, but
it's not like you have there's a spicy take from last night, is there?
I have a spicy take.
Okay.
It's not from last night.
Okay.
My spicy take's from Sunday.
Okay.
Stop doing marriage proposals at stadiums. That is the dumbest thing that dudes do ever. No woman has ever done that. I promise you. Anybody that knows anybody that has, feel free to jump in the chat.
There's got to be
never known one.
There's got to be one sports-crazed woman who has proposed to her boyfriend at a game.
That is something because it makes absolutely no sense. If you don't know what we're talking about, at the Dolphins-Jets game, of which, first of all, if you want me to just tell you where you went astray,
right?
You chose to do this at a Dolphins-Jets game. Mm-hmm. No great happy union has ever started while watching the New York Jets play football. And I'm saying that as a fan of the team. That was your first grandiose mistake.
Yep.
The guy's second grand mistake, he wasn't there when they flashed it on the board. So they just showed the poor girl sitting there like, I don't know what to do now.
Right.
How do you screw that up?
I don't know.
Have you heard the rationale of what went wrong?
I heard Greene was talking about this earlier.
That's
today.
where I originally heard it.
Yeah, and what it ended up like he was waiting on a queue to enter the stadium or something from the Jets game day personnel, and nobody ever gave him the queue.
So first of all, how funny is it that you were waiting on the Jets to give you something and they didn't give it to you? I've been waiting on the Jets to give me something since 1994.
And it hasn't happened.
And it hasn't happened, and it's never going to.
Well, come on. You got to have faith in your team. Hang in there, buddy. It'll happen for you one day.
Matthew Hoffman in our chat said he proposed at a Flyers game. Hey.
Did he really?
And it worked out well.
Well, okay. Well, good.
I'll just be honest with you. If I'd proposed to HWA at a Jets game, she might not be joining the show on January 4th.
Why?
What sense? I'm super glad it worked out for Matthew Hoffman.
I want everybody to join in this momentous occasion.
You mean a stadium full of people you don't know?
Yeah. I want to feel that camaraderie with Jets Nation or whatever nation.
You did it on the road. It was at the Dolphins Stadium. Yes, it was a Jets fan, by the way. I have confirmed that it was a Jets fan.
Well, see, then that makes even more sense. Like, you live in Miami, you don't get to see the Jets very often. Jets come to town, it's a chance they could win a game. You take your Jet fan girlfriend. See, that's the thing.
There was no
she's
shot
got
we were winning that game.
She's got to be the Jet.
100%.
If you're going to do it at the game, your girl has to be interested in the sport to begin with. Like, you can't take your girl along to the game. She doesn't really care about anything that's going on, and then pop the question while she's having probably one of the most miserable days of her life.
That's the thing I don't understand. All right, so first of all, I've been to Hard Rock Stadium, and sorry, Dolphins fans, not one of the better stadiums in this league.
Really?
No. I'm trying to be nice, but I'm not in the greatest of moods. I don't feel exactly perfect, so you don't want to poke me too many times because I'll say things that might get us fired.
Right.
It's not a great stadium to begin with. I have never figured out how somebody looks at that and goes, oh, yeah, you know what you'll never see coming? Jumbotron Dolphins game.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Yeah. I can understand if the.
I am not good at much, but proposing is something I am good at.
You've
because
done it
I have a lot of
several
practice. I was trying to beat you to that layup that I just handed you.
Nope. You just threw a ham sandwich on the table, and I was like, yeah.
I did.
Give me that. Yeah, you have so much practice at proposing that you're an expert at it now.
Well, I mean, okay. There's only a few things in life that you shouldn't do 4 times.
I do have. Okay. All right. Well, that's all right. I was gonna say, has it ever not worked? Like, have they ever not said yes?
To me or in general?
To you.
Oh, no, I've never gotten a no.
Okay.
That's
right.
one of those questions.
At least that's good.
That's kind of one of those questions like, hey, how do I look in this outfit? You don't ask that question unless you feel pretty sure you know what the answer is.
Right.
Am I an unattractive person? Right. You don't ask that question if there is one doubt in your head.
If your batting average is anything less than 1,000 with proposals, my heart goes out to you. So I can't imagine
that's why
that awkwardness.
That's why I wanted to talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
I was at a game one time. Okay. I'm not going to say who the teams were. I'm not going to say anything because it's entirely possible that the person that did this is within the sound of my voice.
Really? Okay, so it's Bank of America Stadium. All right.
No, it actually wasn't. They asked. Answer was no.
Oh, no.
Thing that blew my mind, dude didn't leave. They showed him throughout the game. She left.
Yeah.
After she said no, she was Seacrest out.
Oh, no. And then they kept showing him on the Jumbotron sitting by himself.
A whole mess of times.
Oh, no.
Could that have been a scripted thing?
Sure.
That's entirely possible. We live in an insecure Graham world. But I have thought about this for quite some time. How do you continue to sit there?
You don't.
What do you say if you're the person sitting next to him like, oh, tough break, bro. You want a Coors Light?
I mean, that's a good way to get free beer at the show at the game. Like, have your heart broken on the Jumbotron, and every dude around you will go, that dude needs a beer.
You should put that on a shirt when you go out after the game. I got shot down at the stadium on the Jumbotron.
Yeah. I mean, so many things like that are staged. Because obviously you want to give that lasting memory to people. And you know what? If you got to tell a little white lie as the event day staff, then that's what we're going to do. I mean, we've seen this over and over and over.
Okay,
again.
now hold on. I gotta say this.
Okay,
this is going to be a very high fan interaction day.
Okay.
Because we had a lot of things to talk about that require your opinion.
Right. If you'd like to join in the chat, you can, of course, get into the YouTube stream at thesportsocracy.com. Click on the live video link. Hit subscribe on the YouTube channel, and you can get in the chats there.
So Matthew Hoffman has updated on he proposed at a Flyers game.
Okay.
He says he went down on ice. She had to play a trivia game, and then I came out on the ice singing her favorite Elvis song. That's not what I said. What I said was, you're sitting in the crowd and you go, hey, they put us on the kiss cam. And it says, will you marry me?
Yeah.
That's the worst. That's actually not bad.
That's
especially if she's a fan of the team.
That is baller.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
First of all, I would love to know how you got the connections to do that because that is tremendous.
Right.
But just the guy that goes, hey, look up there. I've seen that in stadiums probably a dozen times.
Mm-hmm.
Every single time I look at it and go, why would you do that? It's like Bill Walsh used to say about throwing the ball. There are 3 potential outcomes and 2 of them are bad.
Right.
I don't for the life of me. And so it got me thinking about what are the worst traditions in sports.
Mm-hmm.
This is certainly in the top 5.
Okay.
Booing is in the top 5. Booing is absolutely, to me, the most absolutely stupid thing that I have ever seen another human do.
Mm-hmm.
I have watched a human punch themselves in the face. I don't value that to be any dumber than going to a stadium to go, boo.
Wait, whoa. You've seen somebody punch themselves in the face?
In high school. It's for $20.
I was going to say, why would you ever do that?
Because $20 is $20.
This is true.
That's why.
This is very true.
You being the cheapest human I've ever met, I completely thought you would understand that.
Oh, you want me to punch myself in the face for $20? I'll punch myself in the face. I mean,
that might make me feel better today, so I wouldn't tempt me too many times.
I very well might. Stupid traditions in sports.
The wave.
The wave.
The wave is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
Why do we still do that in 2021?
Don't know. I mean, it does kind of look cool.
Does it, though?
I mean, it kind of does. The wave of the motion of people, everybody working in unison for one common goal. I mean, this is supposed to be what America is about. You take away our wave, you take away America. Sorry.
Do you have anything for this? I asked you this like an hour ago, so I'm curious if you came
for
up.
bad sports traditions?
Yeah. I mean, I probably got 40.
I mean, there's just some that I don't understand, like the throwing of the octopi at hockey games. I've read yes, I know it originated because they needed 8 games to win the Stanley Cup, and these, Chicago Blackhawks fans, or was it Detroit Red Wings fans, started throwing octopi on the ice. Okay, well, that was good for a year. Like, now, why do you do it? And it seems like you do it just on random occasions.
Oh, yeah, that's a hockey thing.
Right, and I don't understand hockey as a game, but that's one fan thing that I just can't wrap my head around. It was a good idea at one point, and now it's kind of gone, it's old. I just don't get it. And it's stupid.
I can get down with that.
Why are you taking octopus to a hockey game? I just got this in my sleeve.
Have you... I mean, think about every hockey fan you know.
Right.
First of all, they're some of my favorite people.
Okay, yeah.
But,
I'm not saying anything again. I'm not, denigrating hockey fans.
But,
I just don't understand it.
It's an experience.
Right.
The Gatorade Bath. That is, without a doubt, the dumbest thing, in my opinion.
Oh, dumping water on the coach? Yeah.
No, you dump Gatorade. Do you remember when they did it to Nick Saban and it was red Gatorade and he looked like he just stepped out of Cary?
Yeah.
That was the day I went, why do we do that? Because that's really stupid when you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, we won. Now I'm going to make you all cold and sticky with sugary sports drink because I'm happy we won.
I mean, at least if anything, it gives you something to bet on.
If you've ever bet on that, you should talk to. We have at least 2 pastors in our comment thread.
Don't lie, you have. You've laid a prop wager. You've laid a prop wager on the Super Bowl for what color the Gatorade's going to be.
I didn't know we were talking about that, so
See?
I don't feel as though I should have to answer that.
See? Oh, it's going to be purple because they like purple, and they used purple last time. I think we had that discussion last Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah, we prop betted it.
Uh-huh.
But it's insane. Like, why in the world do you do that?
Don't know. I cannot explain it. There's so many things that I can't explain in the sports world. But they seem to have their own place in tradition. Like LeBron James and the chalk throw. The little puff of smoke that he used to do in Cleveland. I guess he still does it with the Lakers. I don't really pay attention to it. It's not a prime time event like it was when he was in Cleveland and Miami.
Yeah, neither is the NBA. So.
This is very true. But why? What purpose does that serve?
I've never understood.
It's like, what is this? Is this a wrestling match? Are you Triple H spitting water everywhere? Stop that. You're making a mess. Let's stop with that.
There are 2 other ones that have never made any sense to me.
Okay.
And one of them, why do we have celebrities throw out the first pitch at baseball games? Is it just so we can make fun of the bad ones? Because that's the only thing I've ever figured out. That's the only reason we do that, is that every once in a while they throw it 17 inches.
Right.
And we can laugh at it forever.
Right. And it can be cool. I've never seen it be cool.
Name one time ever. George W. Bush, September 11th. Yep. That's it. You don't have another one. That one I understood.
Right.
Every other time I look at that and go, why in the world are
Nah, Bill Buckner throwing out the first pitch in the World Series in 2004 for the Red Sox. That was a cool event. Where he actually came out to an ovation in Boston. Like something that you never thought was going to happen. It can be cool, but to do it for a random Tuesday afternoon game, it's more about the person getting to throw the ball than it is the actual tradition.
So basically, so one person can enjoy themselves. We have 30,000 people that have to sit here and watch it.
Pretty much.
Melissa Lovell just commented in our chat thread, jumping in the stands after a touchdown. I've always thought that was pretty dumb outside of Green Bay.
Especially if you're Christian Wilkins.
Who jumped into 6 people?
Yeah, this 350-pound defensive lineman for the Miami Dolphins jumps into 4 people, and they all go, we can't hold you.
Oh, well, I mean, that's because he jumped into 4 people, because that's how many people were in that stadium.
Right.
That's what made it even worse when the dude proposed. Like, people are yelling at him 8 sections away. Sorry, bro!
Right. It was the Lambeau leap, and then everybody does it now.
Rushing the court field when it's not needed. That one is a very... What really irritates me is when you beat a nobody. If you beat somebody in the top 25, okay, I get it. You can storm the field. Whether you're in the top 25 or not.
Who rushes the court when it's an inconsequential game?
Oh, I watched Northwestern one time storm the field because they beat, Iowa Staters. It was ridiculous.
Was this was football?
Yeah. This has been within the last 10 years.
Well, did they snap like a 30-game losing streak? Or?
No, it was just, hey, we won a game. You know what we should do? Run down there.
Sometimes you just want to be part of the cool kids. Sometimes you want to have a reason to celebrate. I mean, we did this in high school. When Irwin finally won a game, we had T-shirts printed up because we had the nation's longest losing streak when I was in high school. And
is that true?
Yeah.
I did not know
at
that.
one point, we had the nation's longest losing streak. And we beat North Henderson on our own field. And we were like, this is something that we haven't seen for, 7 years or whatever it was. Sure. We all jumped and we had the rolls of toilet paper we were throwing everywhere. We knew we were going to win the game because we all came with the stuff like, hey, this is a game we can actually win. And we did. And we celebrated and it was a glorious occasion. If you beat a top team and you're not a top team, sure. But you don't do it for a random Saturday. It's got to be a momentous occasion.
So Anthony Hurt in our comments said UFC's got some cool traditions. You're right. But there is one in the fight game that is almost to me the dumbest thing and I saw it forever and I never thought about it until somebody pointed it out to me.
Okay.
Why do they go over the rules? It's the same in every single fight. Why do we do this every time? Is it just for the spectacle?
Oh, no hitting below the belt?
Yeah.
No,
yeah. You can't. You see where his waistband is? Don't go below that. That's not good. Don't do that. Don't gouge him in the eyes.
Right.
Also bad. Been bad in every fight you've ever fought ever. Mm-hmm. I never thought of that until somebody said it on our social media.
I mean, it's like resetting the topic. You're joining us here in the Sportsocracy. We're talking about the worst traditions in sports. You want to make sure that if you're tuning in, everybody knows the rules.
He just did that so he could assess that he was way better at doing that than I am.
No, I was just using the example. You reset the topic. You let everybody know what we're talking about. And then maybe that's the same way in the fight game, I guess, because you got people like me who don't watch all the time. So maybe.
And now I'm never going to be able to see a fight that way. I'm also going to watch every Jake Paul fight to see where the check gets handed off. When does he hand you? Is it in Bitcoin?
You're buying into the conspiracy theory here?
Oh, absolutely. That's the only thing that makes any sense.
He was twitching his wrist.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. That's the only thing that makes any sense.
Stop that.
Jake Paul has somehow turned into George Foreman. For some reason, I don't believe that, and I never have.
He's going to make you believe it one way or the other. Worst sports traditions in history. We will take your comments throughout the entire program today. We will reset the topic all throughout the 2 hours today because there are a lot of dumb sports traditions out there.
Yeah.
A lot of things that don't make sense. So we will try to make sense of them and laugh at the ones that you just don't just don't make any sense. You're in the Sportsocracy here on ESPN Asheville.
This is your Exergen Temporal Scanner weather forecast on ESPN Asheville.
Well, the numbers going uphill as we head towards Christmas, and we're watching some rain come up from the southwest for tonight. Sprinkles in the forecast here tonight. Could see some higher elevation flurries here in western North Carolina tonight, low 31 degrees. Partly cloudy Wednesday, high 43, low 23 tomorrow night. And then a nice increase to the numbers for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. We're talking low to mid 60s Friday and Saturday here in Asheville. I'm meteorologist Scott Lariamore. That's the latest Weather Channel forecast.
This report is sponsored by JCPenney. Dash into JCPenney for your last chance to shop the gifts you love before Christmas Day. From kitchen electronics to comfy apparel for the family and Yes Please diamonds. Wrap up your holiday shopping with extra savings in the nick of time.
Hey, this is Reese Witherspoon, and in my new movie, Sing 2, we're getting the band back together for the musical event of the year. The stage has never been bigger, and the stakes have never been higher, but I'm ready to sing. Are you?
Sing 2, rated PG, only in theaters Wednesday.
When the kids turn unholy, Harrelson's Own keeps my patience divine.
Life can be chaotic, but Harrelson's Own CBD helps keep you calm through any storm. We make every bottle of Harrelson's Own from 100% organic CBD, hand-harvested right from the farm. Our nano-emulsified technology makes it so your body absorbs it immediately. So you start to feel it in seconds, not 60 minutes. It's actually one of the fastest-acting CBDs on the market today. Some people take it for general well-being. For me, it just makes everything about my day a little better.
It helps me relax. It helps me be there with my kids. Give your life a boost.
So to sum it all up, you're going to feel the benefits quickly, love the way it feels, pay a fair price, and you're going to thank us for it. Give Harrelson's Own a try, from our family to yours. Go to harrelsoncbd.com to order yours now. harrelsoncbd.com.
If holiday music turns your joy all the way up to 10, then SiriusXM is your home for the holidays. From traditional and country to pop, soul, and so much more, SiriusXM has exclusive holiday channels dedicated to the music that makes your season bright. Listen in the car on the way to the party or in the living room as you're wrapping presents. Visit SiriusXM.com/listenholiday for how to start listening.
ABC January 4th.
Raise your hand if you're not here.
Critics are calling Abbott Elementary the best new network show of the season. TV Guide gives it an A+.
All right. It's like boom.
100% says Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay, everyone, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Except for Andrew, who is taking a principled stand against nationalism.
Abbott Elementary. New episode starting Tuesday, January 4th, 9/8 Central on ABC and stream on Hulu.
The stockings were hung by the chimney with care in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. St. Nicholas and my family, they'll all be here.
The holidays are coming, and so are the guests. Are you sure your home's ready? Let Over the Moon Cleaning Services do the heavy lifting for you. Right now, Over the Moon is offering Sportsocracy listeners 20% off a deep clean when you schedule bi-weekly or weekly cleanings. Call them today at 585-0146 and book a free estimate. 585-0146.
Hey guys, I'm Ziggy, your local Philly girl, owner of Ziggy's Bakery and Deli. I've created a traditional northern deli with only the most authentic cheesesteaks outside of Philadelphia, served with provolone, white American, or Cheese Whiz. Our other classic deli sandwiches are made with the best quality meats and cheeses, available sliced by the pound. Join us for breakfast for house-made bagels with our custom cream cheeses. Or for something heartier, try a pork roll, egg and cheese, or house-cured lox. Ziggy's Bakery and Deli, in the corner of Asheville Commons, 1550 Hendersonville Road, open 8 to 3, Tuesday through Saturday.
The Sportsocracy.
We treat star athletes better because they're better people.
That's not fair.
Life isn't fair, kiddo. Get used to it.
Welcome back into the Sportsocracy here on ESPN Asheville. And, yeah, last night's Monday Night Football games were not fun.
Bleak.
Not fun to watch at all. We're also talking about the worst sports traditions ever. If you did not hear the story from the top of the show, there was a Jets fan in Miami who had it all set up to propose to his girlfriend, and then he missed the cue. It goes up on the big screen. The camera goes over to the girl, and the dude is nowhere to be found. Still trying to figure out, where do you go? How do you make that happen? And we started hearing the explanation earlier today that, he was supposed to have a cue from the Jets or from the Miami Dolphins staff to make his entrance. Like, what are you, Stone Cold Steve Austin? Just the glass shatters? Yeah, come on, you're going to marry me now.
Hey, Billy's here, and he's got a question.
He comes doing the Conor McGregor walk down the the strut down the aisle.
Ugh.
Foreshadowing of the wedding to be.
That was arguably worse than last night's game, but not by much.
Yeah, well, I mean, they weren't very entertaining at all. I mean, you had two teams. The first game was two teams that I don't have high hopes in for anything this year.
Yeah, if you played our monkey knife fight yesterday, I hope you did the exact opposite of what I told you to do.
I tried to tell you. You threw those numbers at me, and at least for Nick Mullins. I'm going under 180 passing yards for him. And he came in.
Jason Trump, here's $20 to watch Tate punch himself in the face.
I knew that was going to happen.
That's the greatest marketing plan in the history of
How
time.
did I not know that was going to happen?
Hey, what else can we get you to do? I got a wiffle ball bat in the car.
Do you really?
Probably. I had jumper cables the other day, which I'm still dumbfounded by.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, we walked around the parking lot forever, and
they were under my golf
you
bag.
had them. Oh.
Here's my question: what in the world am I going to do with jumper cables?
I've learned in my 4-year relationship with you, I don't ask questions to which I do not want to know the answer.
Well, here's the thing: if you came to me and said, "Hey, my car's dead. Do you have jumper cables?" Yes. But I don't know what to do with them.
Really?
No.
You never learned where to put the...
Every time I've ever used a set of jumper cables in my life, I had to Google, is black negative or positive?
It's negative, right?
I guess.
I think that's right.
I didn't Google it before I said this.
Hey, I'm not the car guy either. That's why when you came to me and said, "Hey, do you have jumper cables?" I went, no. No, I do not.
See, with your car, I feel like that's an error in judgment.
No, never had battery issues with my car.
I don't believe you.
No.
I don't physically believe
She's got
possible.
a strong heart, but the rest of her ain't really up to snuff.
Yeah, I tried to turn off your radio one day and got electrocuted.
Uh-huh.
I really struggle to believe that you've never had battery issues.
You did not. Worst sports traditions. Let's see them in the comments. Go to thesportsocracy.com. Click on the live video link. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. Hit that little thumbs up button as well once you pop into the video, just so that we know you have been here. And guess what? Your friends will know as well. That's kind of how all these things work. You hit that like button, and then your friends are like, "Hey, we see what he liked," or she. We're not sexist by any means. Here in the Sportsocracy. You can also join the House of Reprehensibles once you have subscribed to the YouTube channel and have all of the fun with the rest of our house members.
We have a new toy for the power rankings in the morning as well. It's going to look a little different when it comes on your screen, just so you know.
It's very, very cool. Surprisingly enough, despite the almost the deathly sick state that Jeremy tells me he was in when he got home last night, he was still able to get this done.
That's an over-exaggeration, okay? My wife is sick. I did not sleep well because she was tossing and turning and up and down, and I don't feel all that bad.
Yeah.
I'm very tired, which makes me very cantankerous.
And how is that different than every other day?
That's not a bad point you have there.
So the Raiders and the Browns last night. The Browns playing with are you shocked that they almost won this game despite the fact that they were missing 2/3 of the team or a third of the team?
No, I'm not. I'll be honest with you, that's the game I felt the worst about. And had we laid the pick on Monday, I'd have been wrong.
Yep.
I was wrong in Greene on Greene because it moved to 3. Had it at 1, and I'll take a victory on that. People worry too much about players that I'm not going to say they don't matter. They don't matter the line. The difference between Nick Mullins and Baker Mayfield is less than a field goal.
I'd agree with that.
I mean, that's a Vegas thing. That's not just me saying it. That's what they put on Baker Mayfield.
Right.
Nick Mullins is around a net neutral to maybe half a point to the negative.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't even think it's that drastic. So am I shocked? No. That Raiders team has had one of the most unbelievably bad luck years I've ever seen.
Yes. It can't get I want to say it can't get any worse, but I don't want to put that kind of juju out there.
Oh, no. With the Raiders, you should not say that.
But, yeah, very few moments in history can you go back and look at a team and go, wow, you lost your coach for reasons beyond your control. It wasn't like you fired him because he wasn't doing a good job or whatever. It was
it appeared you had turned a corner when it happened.
Yeah. And then, Rich Bisaccia comes in, leads you to 2 wins, and then Henry Ruggs happens. And there was no
Darren
recovery.
Waller happens.
Oh, well, yeah,
You've
Darren
had a
Waller
series
got
of
hurt.
other things. Those were the big ones.
Yep. Damon Arnett getting kicked off the team for doing stupid stuff on social media.
I mean, their leading receiver yesterday was Zay Jones.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I never thought I would see a Monday Night Football game quarterbacked by Nick Mullins where the 2 leading receivers were Zay Jones and Donovan Peoples-Jones.
I like Donovan Peoples-Jones,
I do too.
Though.
And yet, oddly enough, that wasn't the hardest game to watch. We'll talk about what that was after Just About Outside.
The Sports Tag.
Just a bit outside.
All right, here's the 411, folks.
Well, I normally wait an hour to do this, but I'm going to do one now. Don't do crimes.
Don't do crimes.
Don't do crimes. Man pleads guilty on fraud charges for impersonating a Patriots player to get Super Bowl rings. A 24-year-old man by the name of Scott Spina, he's in trouble because he sold 3 rings with Tom Brady's last name on them after he impersonated a different Patriots player in order to acquire them. Now, Spina pled guilty to 1 count of mail fraud, 3 counts of wire fraud, and 1 count of aggravated identity theft in connection with the scheme. So apparently he hooks up with a player on the Patriots' 2017 Super Bowl championship team who is only identified as TJ. I went back and looked, and I don't know who that could possibly be.
What year was it?
It was the 2017 team.
The 2017.
Or it was 2017 that he hooked up with a player. So it would have had to been, the 2016 roster? I went back and looked it up. There was a guy on the team his name was Anthony Johnson. He was a defensive lineman.
Yeah, he's a coach.
So maybe TJ, Tony Johnson. I don't know. I don't know where TJ comes from. But the player has been identified in court documents as TJ. And this guy apparently got the password and the username to go to the ring maker and order these rings. He got 3 of them. He ended up selling one of them to a California broker for $63,000. He told the ring company that he wanted to buy the rings with Brady's name engraved on it because they were gifts for the baby of Tom Brady. Then he goes through and tries to sell them to this other guy, saying that they were belonging to his Tom Brady's nephews or something, and he sent him a picture of the kids, but the geotag on the photo was from New Jersey rather than from Massachusetts, where he said that the kids lived, and so that guy got cold feet, and he backed out of it. Well, then this guy finds some auction house that's just like, yeah, we'll buy whatever you're selling. Let's do that. He gets the rings. They sold them for one of them sold for like $339,000. So,
that is not doing your homework.
So there are a lot of victims in this crime. He defrauded the ring company. He defrauded the first broker that he sold a ring to. He defrauded the auction house. He defrauded the person who bought the things from the auction house. This 24-year-old guy, he is in a whole lot of trouble. Don't do crimes.
Don't do crimes. I have looked outside ever since I read this story.
Okay.
Because I am reasonably sure that the hot place has frozen over.
All right.
Bill Belichick apologized to the media.
What?
He came out yesterday at his Monday press conference and said, I'll just start off here. Look, fellas, I apologize if it seemed like I was a little short with you after the game. Oh, wait, what? That would be like me apologizing for something. Oh, who are you and what have you done with Bill?
Right.
He followed that up with obviously a frustrating game down 20-0, didn't do anything well enough. I mean, there isn't really much to say at that point without watching the film. Clearly, we had problems in every area, so there's no simple answer. Every play could have been better. I don't think I could have – I would have had to have poured milk on him and gone, who are you and what have you done with Bill Belichick?
Mm-hmm.
I was dumbfounded by it because he wasn't even that rude in the press. I've heard him be much worse.
Right.
And then you come out and apologize for that?
Well, I mean, sometimes you have to show your softer side, I guess. I don't know. Maybe he's softening in his old age.
I'm going to disagree for the square.
He's getting to the point where now he's making amends. He's doing all the things he has to do before he makes the change, before he leaves the game for good. And he wants to leave on a good foot.
It cannot come quick enough for me. I am so tired of seeing his face that I can't not put it into words.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of like college football fans with Nick Saban.
No, I'm still enjoying that one.
No, you shouldn't.
It gives me some enjoyment every once in a while.
You shouldn't. He gives you no enjoyment. There's nothing on this world.
He gave me no enjoyment.
No, there's nothing that
you
Nick
know what I'm going to do.
I'm trying to talk you into it. Hit the damn button. Trying to set you up here. Come on, hit the button.
It's my favorite thing to do to Tank.
Nah, it's not funny. It's not funny.
It's pretty funny.
It's not.
I enjoy it a lot.
You like tearing out my soul. I get it.
It's a lot of fun for me. And the number of times I'm going to do it after they win the national title is going to be suffocating.
Oh, yeah. We got another 10 days before I have to worry about that. So,
yeah, you won't see me for those days because we only have 3 more days left.
Which is so wonderful. So wonderful. I mean, we love being here with you, but I'm ready for a vacation. I'm ready to take some time off and spend it with the family. I'm looking forward to sleeping
past 7 o'clock.
I hope everybody gets to do that during the holiday season. Be able to spend some time with your families and get away from, the giant gingers of the world.
I don't like how that was said.
It's like, or whatever like your trigger is. I mean, mine's a giant ginger. Yours may be, squirrels, I don't know, hemorrhoids.
Clouds,
or yeah, exactly. Or dudes just interrupting your sentences so they can, twist your feelings into a tangle.
Yeah, I do enjoy doing that.
We do have a super chat, though.
I'm your huckleberry.
Rob Johnson says Justin Fields is awful at quarterback, and so were the refs. Last night, the Chicago Bears losing 17-9 to the Minnesota Vikings. They got that late touchdown that made it look a little bit better than it actually was.
Yeah, they scored with what, 2 seconds left? Or
nothing. It was zeros on the clock by some guy named Jesper Horsted.
He's a tight end.
Never heard of him. Mr. Tight End Whisperer. Who's shocked you know who that is?
Oh, Jesper?
Oh, yeah. What school did he go to?
Oh, I should know that, but I don't.
Oh.
If I thought about it long enough, do you know the answer to that?
No, I don't. I was clicking on it to see if I could find the answer here real quick, and was, thinking that maybe you would pull that out.
There's a team in my head, but
say it. Who cares if you're wrong? It's Jesper Horsted. Everybody's gonna be thrilled if you get it right. If you get it wrong, everybody's gonna be like, "Yeah, I didn't know either."
I remember he's really smart.
He is really smart.
That's all I got.
He is really.
I had Stanford in my head.
Nope.
Smarter than that?
Yeah.
Hold on, I got to play the game. I have to do this every time because it's colors. All right, there's only one. Harvard.
So close.
Princeton.
Jesper Horsted from Princeton.
Usually I can figure it out with colors because I will invariably, if I'm going to get the school wrong, it's going to be a team that's the same color.
Right.
Wow. Colorblind took over in that one. Orange and red.
Orange and red.
Had red in my head and it was orange.
Again, you're beating yourself up for something that no one else could have gotten.
Yeah, that's one of our favorite games to play is, hey, ask Jeremy where this random guy played in college.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, it makes me feel bad about myself because I'm way better at it than I should be.
He is.
Especially with quarterbacks.
Oh, yeah.
Quarterbacks I almost never miss.
No.
Because I have no life.
Mm-hmm.
I have a beautiful wife, and I have enough draft things in my head that's why I don't watch movies. That's why I don't listen to music.
Mm-hmm. You spend all your time looking at rosters.
We were in the car last night. We had a Christmas gathering last night. Amy put on some song.
Okay.
I have no idea what it was.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, this is like one of the most popular songs in the country. How do you not know who this is? I couldn't tell you what genre this is. I don't know anything that's happening right now.
Oh, is it? I'm begging you. He loves that song, and he really loves it when I sing it.
Yes, which happens.
Because I do that dance with it, too. If you're missing the dance right now, that means you're not on the live video stream. Go to thesportsocracy.com.
I don't know that that's the selling point that you wanted it to be.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, if I don't cut that out, I'm doing it wrong.
Chicago Bears, Minnesota Vikings. It was another inconsequential game. I mean, I get that the Minnesota Vikings technically have moved into playoff territory now. They now have the 7 seed with the tiebreaker over the New Orleans Saints. But
they're not going to stay there.
Do we feel like they're going to stay there? No. No,
because if I'm not mistaken, their schedule is not pretty.
No, they've got the Rams and the Packers next.
Yep, that's not good.
No, that's 2
and
losses.
You've already made the Packers angry, so good luck with that.
Mm-hmm.
I see no way that the games tonight are not equally bad to what last night was.
See, and I just disagree with that. I disagree with that. But we'll talk about tonight's games coming up in the next hour. You're completely down on tonight's action, and it's an aesthetics thing. It's an aesthetics thing that we just don't agree on.
Oh, it's a fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Oh, so because last night's games were horrible, tonight's games have
I got
to be horrible.
egregiously burnt on the over of both of those games.
Mm-hmm.
I will not fall for that again. Because these are going to be awful. You think last night you were missing a lot of players? The Rams have no one at 3 different positions.
Well, they got Von Miller back. So he's been activated.
Yeah, there was a comma there. They have no one at 3 different positions, and they're still a touchdown favorite.
Right. Because that's how bad Seattle is. Although the Seattle team that just beat San Francisco.
The NFL's drunk. The NFL's needed to be cut off and go home for quite some time.
It's absolutely drunk.
The Washington football team, quarterbacked by former high school phenom and great NFL bust, Garrett Gilbert.
Right. We were talking, we're also throughout the program talking worst sports traditions out there. I've seen a lot of comments in the comment section already about, I hate that this team does this. It's like, and it's like your rival team. Like somebody put in there Clemson. Why does Clemson touch that stupid rock?
Oh, Howard Rock?
And then Kevin Vick throws in there Sandstorm. Why does South Carolina have to play Sandstorm all the time?
I'm okay with all of those.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm okay with all those. We're more talking about things like the high five at the free throw line. Why on earth do we have to wait for you to high five everybody on the team's free throw line?
I mean, they got to know that your teammates got your back. Sorry, man, you get the next one.
I just one time want somebody to go, come on!
No, then you end up as a story on First Take or something, or one of those other shows. Did you see the attitude that he gave? Oh, then let's not have that conversation, please. Please. Throwing at batters in baseball. Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't said that one yet.
Oh, that's just absolutely ridiculous.
Right.
I don't like what you just did, so I'm going to take my ball and I'm going to throw it at you.
Dumb tradition.
I'll never get that.
It's payback. It's karma.
Children do that. Like small ones.
Small children and baseball players.
Oh, I took a bad beat last night.
I wish you could do that. I wish you could do that in other sports.
What, just chuck a basketball?
Just throw the basketball right in somebody's face and just be like, well, you missed the free throw. Like teammates. You should be able to do it to your teammate.
Well, I got news for you. Basketball would hurt a lot.
Worse than a 97-mile-an-hour fastball? No, it won't.
Depends on where it hits you. I had one catch me in the nose one time that I don't think I've recovered from 15 years later.
Mm-hmm. Bryce Flory. Go ask Bryce Flory how that feels. He took a 100-plus mile an hour comebacker from the mound right to the eye socket. Didn't feel real good for him either. At least that ball's good. At least the basketball is going to give a little bit.
I took a bad beat last night.
Did you?
An aggressively bad beat. Did you happen to see the final score of Oklahoma City-Memphis?
No.
Oklahoma City won. They got beat by 76 in the first one. They won the second one.
Okay.
How does okay.
Was there no Ja Morant?
There was a lot of people, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
I didn't think it mattered. Honestly, I thought Memphis could probably have just found 12 staffers and gone, hey, put them in jerseys. It wouldn't have mattered.
Oh, come on. I mean, as much fun as you make of the Oklahoma City Thunder, they're still an NBA basketball team.
They're not a good one.
No, but what do you say about, even the worst basketball team? They're going to beat the best college team.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to
that's
beat
a stupid thing people do.
A bunch of staffers. They're going to beat the G League guys. Senseless.
Oh, yeah, and there was – Ja Morant did play last night.
Mm-hmm.
That's just –
So what happened? What was the bad beat?
The bad beat is that Oklahoma City won. I'm looking at the box score going, okay, James Robinson Earl played 20 minutes in this game for the Thunder.
Oh, I thought this was going to be one of those stories like, the spread was 9 and Memphis was up by 10 and then Oklahoma City scored the last 12 points and won the game or something like that. That would be bad beat.
No, it doesn't have to get that. It doesn't have to get that deep to be a bad beat with the Thunder. They won a game. Ugh.
Well, the Charlotte Bobcats taught us that not every team can lose every game.
Yeah, but you shouldn't be winning games on the road against teams that have already demolished you.
Mm-hmm. Again, karma. You got to get that swing back.
The NBA is as drunk as the NFL is.
Is it?
Oh yeah. I mean, I've done reasonably well in the NBA, but there have been some that I'm like, how in the world? Like, not only am I on the wrong side of the number, the lesser team wins.
Right.
A lot. Far more than I ever remember it happening in previous years.
Jason Trump says not only rushing the field, we talked about that a little bit in the first segment, but taking down the goalposts.
Yeah, I never understood that either.
No, and I thought it was brilliant when, I don't remember who it was. It was like the first team to ever have collapsible goalposts. And I went, that's a brilliant idea. Because remember back in the early 90s, early 2000s, we had this happen all the time, and like they were uprooting the goalposts and crowd surfing them around the field and stuff. It's like somebody is going to get hurt, and somebody always got hurt, inevitably, in all of those. This is the thing. Why is destruction of property a sports tradition when your team wins? Like, I don't understand if you just lost Game 7 of the World Series at home and your fan base leaves the stadium and then goes and sets cars on fire. I understand that. I don't understand doing it when you win. Hey, we just won the national championship. Now let's just go set things on fire. Makes absolutely no sense to me. Dumbest sports traditions. Get them in the comment section right now in the Sportsocracy, thesportsocracy.com. Click on that live video link, hit the subscribe button, join us in the chat.
Here in Beer City, we take homegrown seriously. And since 2012, Wicked Weed Brewing has been pushing the boundaries of the industry. They've not only created staples like the Freak of Nature Double IPA, the Lieutenant Dank, and Pernicious, but they also opened the first sour beer tap room on the East Coast. Wicked Weed has also supported our local community to the tune of $1.6 million with the Beers That Build program. Visit one of their 4 locations, schedule a brewery tour, or place an order for pickup or delivery. WickedWeedBrewing.com.
I believe real estate isn't about properties. It's about people. I am Clarissa Marshall with eXp Realty, serving all of Western North Carolina. Navigating the home buying and selling journey can feel overwhelming at times, and that's why having an agent who cares about you and your needs is key. I'm a native of Western North Carolina, and I close over a home a week. I'm an expert in the market, pricing my sellers correctly to net you the most money, and working as a skilled negotiator for my buyers. Please give me a call today at 828-774-6343 to set up a complimentary market analysis.
There's something for everyone on Discovery Plus. the streaming home of ghostly freakouts, muscle car spinouts, and 90-day makeouts.
I'm really in love with her.
Start your free trial today for exclusive originals and a huge collection of favorites.
Whoa!
Then dive into Nature Docs, geek out with the family, and get your grub on.
I could eat this every day.
The streaming home of true crime, paranormal, food, home, nature, romance, plus so much more. Discovery Plus. Start your free trial. Terms apply.
What's all the buzz about nasal irrigation and Navage? And should I try it? Here's the science. Airborne germs invade through your nose. It's the body's air filter for trapping allergens and viruses. When your nose gets clogged, it's less effective and germs multiply. Eventually, your immune system can get overwhelmed and you get sick. Nasal irrigation is an effective, all-natural way to clean your nose. It's not a drug, it's more like plumbing. Saline goes in one nostril, around the back of the nose and out the other nostril, flushing out mucus and germs. I'm Martin Hoke, and I invented Navage to make cleaning your nose easy. It's the world's only nose cleaner with powered suction. Navage pulls out the bad stuff so you can breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and feel healthier. At Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, Bed Bath, and Walmart. Or go to Navage.com for a free gift with purchase. Over 2 million sold. Navage, Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
Hammering headaches? Ow. Aching muscles? Ah. Put the squeeze on your tough pain with Goody's Cool Orange. The same fast-acting, powerful Goody's powder in a great-tasting Cool Orange flavor. Beat tough pain to a pulp with Goody's Cool Orange. Also, blast your pain away with Goody's Mixed Fruit Blast. 2 flavors, tough on pain, tasty on your tongue. Ah, we made Goody's fast, Goody's delicious. All available at Dollar General.
It's the season of savings at NTB with deals so big they'll overstuff your stockings. Now through the end of the year, get up to $100 off 4 select tires with paid installation after mail-in rebate. Schedule an appointment today at ntb.com. Don't miss the season of savings and up to $100 off only at NTB. Eligibility may vary. Charge for tire disposal and TPMS service where required. Shop fee of up to 10% based on regular retail price not to exceed $35. Terms and conditions apply. See store for details.
Heard you're buying a car. I brought my calculator.
Dad, I already used Capital One Auto Navigator. I found my car online and got pre-qualified instantly, instead of all that.
You know those things impact your credit score.
Didn't impact my credit score, Dad. Now I'm going to the dealership for a test drive and to make the purchase.
Sounds too easy.
No, it's just easy. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms and conditions apply. Find out more at CapitalOne.com/autonavigator.
Coffee's the closer's only.
Get him the money.
Then when you get the money, you get the power. That watch costs more than your car. Then when you get the power, then you get the woman.
We don't just have 2 Monday Night Football games tonight. We got college bowl games, and there's one of them that I absolutely love. We've said this on this show before. We care about our sponsors. We don't care about the sponsors of bowl games. So I give them my own fun little names. The UTSA Roadrunners take on the San Diego State Aztecs in the Hardee's Best Burger Bowl in Frisco, Texas.
Me.
This is the easiest line I think I've ever seen. It's moved 5 points since they debuted it. UTSA's not very good. They've beaten a bunch of bad teams. San Diego State is not bad, and that defense is chaotic. This is easy. San Diego State is going to blow them out. Give me San Diego State minus the 2.5. In the 2 Monday Night Football games tonight, the first one, the Seattle Seahawks are a 7-point dog at the LA Rams. Over-under is 47. This is easy to me. I know the Rams both these teams are just hemorrhaged by coronavirus. Who's the deeper team? It's the Rams. They start better, they end better. 7's a lot. I don't love this in a game where both of these teams are so up against it. But I'm taking the Rams minus the 47. I'm going aggressively under the 47. Finally, the Washington football team takes on the Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles are a 9.5-point favorite. Over-under is 40. And I'm still going under. And I'm not just going under, I'm going aggressively under.
Okay.
That's also why I'm taking the Washington football team plus the 9.5, because I won't be shocked if neither one of these teams score 9.5 points, let alone beat the other one by that much.
Go and do likewise, gents. The money's out there. You pick it up, it's yours. You don't, I got no sympathy for you.
And you can lock in your wagers at betus.com. Go to betus.com. Use the promo code Sportsocracy. They will give you a 125% deposit bonus. And they will also give you that up to $2,500. So if you put in $100, they give you $125 in free bets on top of the $100 that you put in. Why would you not do that?
And this is a great night to do that because I love the unders tonight, and I love San Diego State tonight. To me, San Diego State, free money.
Yep. Betus.com. Betus.com. Promo code Sportsocracy. Coming up in the next hour, we'll talk about tonight's games in the NFL. Will they be better? Jeremy's poo-pooing them, but I think because there's a lot on the line, one of them is going to be really, really good.
This is your Exergen Temporal Scanner weather forecast on ESPN Asheville.
Well, the numbers going uphill as we head towards Christmas, and we're watching some rain come up from the southwest for tonight. Sprinkles in the forecast here tonight. Could see some higher elevation flurries here in western North Carolina tonight, low 31 degrees. Partly cloudy Wednesday, high 43, low 23 tomorrow night. And then a nice increase to the numbers for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. We're talking low to mid 60s Friday and Saturday here in Asheville. I'm meteorologist Scott Laria-Moore. That's the latest Weather Channel forecast.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Taco Bell's new double steak grilled cheese burrito coated with melty cheese will leave you speechless. So get to Taco Bell and pick one up today. At participating U.S. Taco Bell locations for a limited time only. Double the steak claim as compared to the steak quesadilla.
When others treat your fries as an afterthought, all you're left with are cold, soggy fries. That's why Wendy's new fries are ones you won't forget, guaranteed to be hot and crispy, or we'll replace them. We're talking natural cut, skin-on fries, perfectly seasoned with a hint of sea salt. In fact, they're even preferred almost 2-to-1 over McDonald's. These are fries so hot and crispy, they beg a new question.
What would you like with your fries?
Try them today, only at Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's, taste preference based on a national taste test by an independent research company.
It's the season of savings at NTB with deals so big they'll overstuff your stockings. Now through the end of the year, get up to $100 off for select tires with paid installation after mail-in rebate. Schedule an appointment today at ntb.com. Don't miss the season of savings and up to $100 off only at NTB. Eligibility may vary. Charge for tire disposal and TPMS service where required. Shop fee of up to 10% based on regular retail price not to exceed $35. Terms and conditions apply. See store for details.
Hey, this is Reese Witherspoon, and in my new movie, Sing 2, we're getting the band back together for the musical event of the year. The stage has never been bigger, and the stakes have never been higher, but I'm ready to sing. Are you?
Sing 2, rated PG, only in theaters Wednesday.
From the Ingalls Studios, this is ESPN Asheville, WPEK, W225CJ Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, and iHeart radio station.
Gilbert to start tonight against the Eagles, according to ESPN's Adam Schefter in South Palo Antonio. Taylor Heineke, Kyle Allen remain on the COVID-19 list. Philly quarterback Jalen Hurts on track to return from an ankle injury and start against Washington. There's one big reason Philly wants Hurts on the field. Notes Sal Pal.
The RPOs is what makes the Eagles' #1 rushing attack in the National Football League go. You have to assign a hat to him on the field because he's such a good runner, as good as Lamar Jackson. Perhaps the best runner they've ever had in an Eagles uniform at the quarterback position.
Hurt has 8 rushing TDs this season, tied for 8th in the league. Washington and Philly 6 and 7, half game back of New Orleans for the final playoff spot in the NFC. Rams activated linebacker Von Miller from the COVID list ahead of tonight's matchup against the Seahawks. Schefter and ESPN's Adam Teicher reporting Chiefs receiver Tyreek Hill on the COVID list. ESPN's Greg Wyshynski reporting NHL players not going to the upcoming Winter Olympics in Beijing because of the coronavirus.
During Dell's holiday event, save up to $250 on computers with Intel Core processors. Get special savings on Dell XPS and Alienware systems plus monitors, docks, and accessories, all with free shipping. Call 800-BUY-DELL. That's 800-BUY-DELL.
He's a degenerate gambler.
You are a smelly pirate hooker.
And he's cheaper than oxygen.
He's useless.
But somehow, they make it work. Jeremy Greene, Tank Spencer. There's no holding back in the Sportsocracy. Presented by Ingalls Supermarkets and Wicked Weed Brewing.
You are in the Sportsocracy here on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. The Sportsocracy second hour, always brought to you by Wicked Weed Brewing. Check them out at wickedweedbrewing.com. Wicked Weed Brewing, drink different. We are in the Ingles studio here for the second hour. 2 games coming up tonight in the NFL. Games moved because of the coronavirus and all the protocols. Hoping to get some of these players back. The LA Rams take on the Seattle Seahawks. We got the Washington football team against the Philadelphia Eagles. You got the Rams absolutely killed by the coronavirus. Washington football team, same thing. Washington actually, I think they lost more players.
Yeah,
in between the delay here.
You can mark my words. This will be the last game that gets moved by the NFL.
The Rams actually did gain a couple of guys back. Jalen Ramsey got activated on Sunday. This morning, Von Miller was activated. So they did get some guys back. So it's not like they don't have anybody to play tonight. But as Jeremy said in the last hour, they are still 7-point favorites against the Seattle Seahawks.
Did you hear what Adam Schefter said about the NBA?
About the Christmas Day stuff?
No, they could move games. But he said the NBA won't be shutting down because, and I quote, the virus will not be eradicated and we have to learn to live with it. I mean, I feel like a wise old leprechaun said that, let's go 2 years ago?
Uh-huh.
Well, not quite that long. I was still saying stupid things at that point. 22 months ago.
You were still saying things that got you death threats.
Yes, I was. That was fun. You want to know why you can't send me messages on Twitter? Bow.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, we have to come to this realization at some point.
Well, because we've officially gotten it. This is stupid. Like, what we're looking at with the NFL here, this is insane.
Agreed.
You're going to get somebody hurt. Because you've got guys that don't belong on the field. They're calling up guys that haven't done physical activity in 6 months. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
There are guys on these that have been on rosters that have not seen a jersey all year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but they were on the practice squad. Yeah, there's a big old difference between the practice squad and Von Miller coming at you at full speed.
Right.
I am in no way trying to make this political. I'm just saying, look, this is dumb.
Right.
You're going to have to figure something out. What that is, I don't know.
I'm at least encouraged because I've, paying attention to the other national shows and such, at least there are some voices now that are saying this. Like we've had this mantra for a year and a half of at some point you have to move on. At some point it doesn't have to disrupt the entire flow of the season.
Well, at some point you just have to understand it's not going to go away.
Right, but now you have people like, why does it make sense for asymptomatic players who are vaccinated not to play? What does it? What sense does it? Right, what sense does it make keeping them off of the field? It doesn't. It doesn't make any sense. And again, we're not doctors, so whatever. It is what it is. But at some point, you gotta move on and realize that these things are going to still keep happening. There are going to keep being variants, and we gotta move on.
Yeah, if your doctor walks in and looks like either of us, you should run out the door.
Oh, 100%.
Did you see the comment?
I mean, if a doctor looks like you and he's not practicing outside of a valley somewhere in West Virginia,
he's sterilizing his tools in the creek.
Right. These doctors still make house calls.
Yes. Did you see the comment about us yesterday?
No.
So just so you know, if you ever comment on our YouTube page, the person responding to it is me.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody called us the Hills Have Eyes Sports Talk. I literally laughed until I cried. I had tears coming down of my eyes. I was laughing at the door, mainly because of you, and then I kind of realized, oh, wait, he was talking about me too.
Uh-huh.
Well, that wasn't nice, but it was still funny at you. So.
What? I wear the hat so you can't make fun of my misshapen head. Come on.
There's the guy that does the graphics. That hat's coming off in the new imaging.
No, it ain't.
Yeah, it is.
No.
It's already done.
No.
Oh, it's already happened.
No.
And here's the thing. You have zero ability to stop it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't fire the buttons.
Mm-hmm.
You make the audio happen. You can shut me up, but you can't take me off the screen.
Yeah. No, I'd appreciate it if you could keep the hat on, please, sir.
Well, I don't. I can't. Because here's the thing: since you're 5'4", most of the people that take pictures of us, if they do it down, you look like Wilson from Home Improvement.
Which
where half of your face is covered.
The less of my face you see, the better.
You are
correct.
No
folks?
disagreement.
Okay,
from me.
all right. I'm just saying. Maybe we should keep that.
If you want to do that, then let's put a mask on. You can call you Zorro. I mean, I don't care.
I mean, I'm not opposed to an alter ego. We could.
If we're doing that, we're putting you in a wrestling mask, something that ties up the back.
I have one at the house. Got one.
You say things sometimes that just make me sad for you.
What?
I can't leave this alone. Why? Why would you have that? At what
It was
point
a gift. It was a gift.
From who?
From
Chris Jericho?
No, from my father.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
When I was a teenager, I was really into wrestling, and there's a band that he likes.
That doesn't count. I thought you meant you bought this as an adult.
No, why would I ever buy that as an adult? I'm not playing Lucha Libre with my wife at nights. I'm sorry.
At Sports Tank ESPN. Comments, please enjoy that because I can't. Okay? I'm not allowed to comment on that. They will get angry at me.
Right. I just, it was a gift from my dad. I was into wrestling back in the day. I really liked all the Lucha Libre guys and Rey Mysterio, Jushin Thunder Liger, all those dudes. And there was a band called the Los Straitjackets. They're still around. And they just play like instrumental music. It's really cool, like surf rock guitar, but they all wear wrestling masks and they all have different ones. And he bought me one when he went to one of their shows. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Now my kids play with it, so.
Oh, that's cool too.
Right.
See, I had this vision of you being you were in a shop in Gatlinburg for some reason. I don't know why. But in my head, that's where I immediately went.
And I had it airbrushed. The Myrtle Beach of the mountains.
Oh, yeah. Just so you know, I'm going to tell you this because it'd be practically impossible for you to find.
Okay.
There is a picture of me out there from when I thought I was going to be a pro wrestler.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's one. Only one.
Mm-hmm.
If you can find it, first of all, I'm going to ask, did you have to harm anyone to get that picture?
Right.
It's real bad. Oh, it's real bad.
Were you wearing a costume?
I am not at liberty to divulge that
Yes,
information.
Jeremy was wearing a costume. I have to have this. Yeah. I have to see this.
Yeah, there was. What
was this? What was your name? Come on, you got to tell us.
I'm not doing it.
Come on, you went to the power plant in Atlanta. They gave you a name.
I did.
They gave you a stick.
No. That's a separate time. This was this was at a different point in life.
Oh,
yeah.
So this was like after your first marriage fell apart, and you were having the early life crisis. You're like, I could just be El Machismo.
It was very indicative of mid-90s or early 90s Scott Hall, I'll put it that way.
Oh, no. With the cultural appropriation and everything?
No, not really. Just bad guy.
I was going to say, is this like your blackface moment?
No. No, this was not that. It was wasn't good. Wasn't good.
Okay, wrestling names for Jeremy in the comment section. Go. If you were not in on it, go to thesportsocracy.com, click on the live video link, hit the subscribe button. We want to hear your best wrestling names for Jeremy. And frankly, I already have it locked in my mind. He's wearing some kind of like assassin's mask with a cape, sort of Nacho Libre-ish.
Sort of Nacho Libre-ish.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's one way to look at it. You're not as far off as I would like you to be. I'll put it that way.
This is getting better every moment.
Yeah, you're not as far off as I would like you to be.
I love this so much. Can we resurrect these characters? Like, can
100%.
we hook up? Can we hook up and have a match? I think we should do that.
You would not like how that would end.
I think we should do that.
I believe they have a term for that. It's called squash match, where somebody just gets deboed. That's how that would go.
No, we just, you write the script, so it ends when we, hit each other in the head with a chair at the same time, and we both get knocked out, and it's a draw, and we're done.
I don't think that's how that would go.
Yeah, I think that's how that goes.
I don't think that's how it goes.
Yeah.
It could be fun to do, though.
I'll dress up like the Blue Meanie or something. You don't even know who that is, do you?
No, I don't.
No.
It sounds vaguely familiar, but I don't know who that is.
Yeah, it was in ECW, the Extreme Championship Wrestling.
How in the world did we get here?
Because you told us your little secret that you had an alter ego when you were going to be a professional wrestler at some point, and now I can't get it out of my mind.
Well, it's not so much that it was an alter ego. It was just there is a picture of me in a. You called it a costume. That's not. It was just the gear that I had chosen. Mm-hmm. And it was.
Oh, is this like Gladiator? Like they bring you into a room and they're like, "Hey, pick out your persona," and then he's like, "I want to be the Gingy Ninja."
Yeah, that was Kevin Vick's in the
points for Kevin Vick in the comment section. The Gingy Ninja.
You ever say something out loud and you regret doing it immediately?
Almost every day on the show.
This is the first time I've done it in quite some time.
The Raging Redhead. Good on you, Karen. Karen gets points too.
I'm going to blame it on the cold medicine that I said this out loud in the first place.
I'm not going to read that, Patrick Holt, but points for you as well. Wow. This was so much more fun than I ever thought it could be.
Yep.
Yeah.
I wish I had just shut my mouth about 6 solid minutes ago.
Right. Jason Trump says Mountain Man. That is the most nondescript jobber name in WWE history.
Oh, yeah.
Here comes Mountain Man.
Yeah, that dude gets smoked by Lex Luger, I promise. Stone Cold
100%.
Steve Austin drinks 2 full beers over that dude's body.
Right. Mountain Man would lose matches to Mike Enos. And if you don't know who Mike Enos is, he was the guy that they brought in to lose 15 matches in a row to Goldberg back in the day.
I'm just going to throw this out there. Tank has told me he was going to get 5 solid minutes of pro wrestling on this show at some point. And I have routinely said there is no way I would ever allow that to happen. And yet here we are.
El Diablo de Rojo. I like that. The Red Devil.
I love how somebody felt the urge to tell you that.
What?
That just means the Red Devil.
No, I know some Spanish. Diablo and Rojo. Never mind. Anyhow, did you take any foreign languages?
Yeah, 5. Actually, 5 semesters of it. Doesn't mean I can speak it.
Right.
I'm very much in that. If you've ever heard the Bert Kreischer bit about when he goes to Russia, I'm in kind of the same boat with that, with 2 different languages.
Ah, okay. You got deep into the courses without speaking any of it.
Yes.
Nice.
I can count to 4 in French. I think I can count to 10 in Spanish.
And that's it.
Now I can understand Spanish.
Okay.
It takes me forever to speak back.
Right.
But when I first met HWA, I was like, hey, yeah, I speak some Spanish. And she just, because she's fluent.
Oh, no.
And I went, okay, I rescind that comment. I take that back. I didn't just say that. I don't have any idea what you just said.
I took 3 years of Spanish, and I made A's in that class all the time. I took a trip to the Dominican Republic, and I landed. I was like, sure, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. And we land, and I'm like, okay, hablo inglés. Where do you want me to go? Yep. Like, I need a guide. I need somebody to tell me where to go.
I barely speak this language, let alone try to broker into another one.
Appalachia Big Red. Rob Johnson. That's a good one.
By the way, if you hit one of these good enough, I might actually do it.
The West Virginia Nightcrawler. That's not bad either.
That's not terrible. How in the world did
you let your secrets out? And we are going to run with it.
Amy joining us at the beginning of the year is going to keep us much better on track than we have ever been in the past.
Oh, you think so?
Or it's going to get way worse. I don't know which one.
I was going to say. I am looking forward to the moments when we get to team up on you. And that's going to be fun.
Well, here's the thing. Cometh champ, you best not miss.
Anyhow, we got football tonight. Keep firing away those comments, by the way, in the Sportsocracy at thesportsocracy.com. Live YouTube link is right there on the home page. Hit the subscribe button so you can give us your best wrestling name for Jeremy and also the dumbest sports traditions that for some reason we still do to this day.
If you'd told me when I woke up this morning that we would be into the first segment of the second hour and we would be talking about my wrestling name and weird things in sports, I would have said, this is going to be a weird day.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are.
And here we are. It has been a weird day. We got 2 games tonight. We got the Los Angeles Rams, Seattle Seahawks. Rams are killed by COVID. However, they are still a big favorite against the Seahawks. That game's not going to be a whole lot of fun. However, the second game of the doubleheader, they're both at 7 o'clock tonight. The Washington football team and the Philadelphia Eagles. I get it's not going to be pretty football. It's not going to be one of the most fun games you've ever seen. It's not going to be, the LA Rams and the Kansas City Chiefs from 4 years ago that went over 108 points. But there's a lot on the line for this game. This is a must-win scenario for both of these teams.
Well, the loser's out.
The loser is completely out. Mm-hmm. Philadelphia has the most on the line here because they have to win. They have to sweep the Washington football team if they hope to make the playoffs. And the fact that Washington is up against it on the roster side, it's been handed to you. How can the pressure be any less of you have to win this game to stay in the playoff race, and oh, by the way, we're tying both of their hands behind their backs?
And I still think they're going to win.
The football team?
Yeah, I do.
I do not.
I do. I still think they're going to win.
Why?
Call it a hunch.
Mm-hmm.
People are same thing I said last night. I got both games right last night. People are overvaluing these myopic players that just don't matter. The difference between the 40th guy on the roster and the guy that replaces him is not that big.
Mm-hmm.
Losing Taylor Heineke. Do you really think there's that big of a difference between Garrett Gilbert and Taylor Heineke?
Yeah, I think there is.
There's a slight difference, but it's not huge.
Okay.
This isn't Tom Brady to Garrett Gilbert. It's not a good sign when the bad quarterback in my example is the one we're talking about.
Right.
That's still a talented kid. And they're not going to ask him to do a ton.
Mm-hmm.
This game's going to be gross and low scoring. I get Ron Rivera and you get Nick Sirianni. That's the one thing that hasn't changed. And I'm catching 9.5.
Oh, I get against the spread. That's dumb.
I think the
to me.
spread's insane.
Yeah, the spread is dumb to me. Going outright winner, though, I am shocked that you're on the Washington football team. The Philadelphia Eagles, I know they're not a good football team, but they're decent. Washington is decent at full strength. You take out pieces on their offensive line, you take out linebackers and safeties and all of that. I just don't know that you can put it together to beat a team that's practically at full strength.
Practically at full strength. I don't know that I would agree with you on that.
Okay.
And they're missing guys, too. It's just not nearly as many.
I was going to say not anybody really important. They still have their running backs. They still have Jalen Hurts. They still, we don't like him, but he's an integral part of that offense.
Well, the offensive
line, quarterback.
The offensive line's absolutely hemorrhaged. So, I still look at that and go, I think one-on-one, I can win against you from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't trust Jalen Hurts in prime time. I don't know. It's just a hunch.
Yeah.
That's the best way I can really explain it.
Okay.
When everybody goes one way, you go the other. The money line money on Philadelphia is like 95% tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I think virtually every time I've seen that all year long, they've been wrong. When the public goes left, you go right, and vice versa.
All right, we'll take a quick break here. When we come back from the break, we will. I've made a list here of some more of these stupid sports traditions that should cease. We'll go over those. If you have more, throw them in on the comment section at thesportsocracy.com. Click on that live video link. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, we need some more names. We need some more names for Jeremy's alter ego as the Smoky Mountain Wrestling Champion here in the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville.
This is your Exergen Temporal Scanner weather forecast on ESPN Asheville.
Well, the numbers going uphill as we head towards Christmas, and we're watching some rain come up from the southwest for tonight. Sprinkles in the forecast here tonight. Could see some higher elevation flurries here in western North Carolina tonight, low 31 degrees. Partly cloudy Wednesday, high 43, low 23 tomorrow night. And then a nice increase to the numbers for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. We're talking low to mid 60s Friday and Saturday here in Asheville. I'm meteorologist Scott Laria Moore. That's the latest Weather Channel forecast.
This is your time saver traffic on the new ESPN Asheville.
Traffic is slowing 26 westbound between Airport Road and the Blue Ridge Parkway near Marion. 40 eastbound at Harmony Grove Road, mile marker 90. An accident does have the road closed. Haywood County, 40 westbound slow between Vines Creek Road and Harmondon Road. Near Arden, Hendersonville Road southbound at Airport Road, delays due to an accident. Again, Hendersonville Road north and southbound near Watson Road, delays. An accident reported here as well. Airport Road approaching Rutledge Road, delays both directions. Brevard Road southbound, delays between the Blue Ridge Parkway and Clayton Road. I'm Lynn Benfield with your Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by BioNTech and Pfizer. Come rain or shine. High winds or mild breezes. Blue skies or gray. It's a great time to consider getting vaccinated against COVID-19. Sponsored by BioNTech and Pfizer.
Hey everybody, this is Matthew McConaughey, and in my new movie Sing 2, we are getting the band back together for the musical event of the year. The stage has never been bigger and the stakes have never been higher. I'm ready to sing. How about you?
Sing 2, rated PG, only in theaters Wednesday.
There's something for everyone on Discovery Plus. The streaming home of ghostly freakouts, muscle car spinouts, and 90-day makeouts.
I'm really in love with her.
Start your free trial today for exclusive originals and a huge collection of favorites. Whoa! Then dive into nature docs, geek out with the family, and get your grub on.
I could eat this every day.
The streaming home of true crime, paranormal, food, home, nature, romance, plus so much more. Discovery Plus. Start your free trial. Terms apply.
If holiday music turns your joy all the way up to 10, then SiriusXM is your home for the holidays. From traditional and country to pop, soul, and so much more, SiriusXM has exclusive holiday channels dedicated to the music that makes your season bright. Listen in the car on the way to the party, or in the living room as you're wrapping presents. Visit SiriusXM.com/listenholiday for how to start listening.
It's the season of savings at NTB. With deals so big, they'll overstuff your stockings. Now through the end of the year, get up to $100 off 4 select tires with paid installation after mail-in rebate. Schedule an appointment today at ntb.com. Don't miss the season of savings and up to $100 off. Only at NTB. Eligibility may vary. Charge for tire disposal and TPMS service where required. Shop fee of up to 10% based on regular retail price not to exceed $35. Terms and conditions apply. See store for details.
Rogue Combat Club, Asheville's home for comprehensive martial arts training, has a goal for our community, one that's stronger, more fit, and unwavers in its support of one another. Rogue Combat Club's instructors have competed at the highest levels and offer classes for everyone from young children to adults in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Muay Thai, and wrestling. Rogue Combat Club classes can help you boost your self-confidence and self-defense skills while weeding out the egos and intimidation found at other gyms. Join today at roguecombatclub.com.
Real estate isn't about properties, it's about people. I'm Clarissa Marshall with eXp Realty, your native realtor serving all of Western North Carolina. I will work hard for you, and I believe in doing the right thing every time. I market each of my listings to reach out-of-town buyers. I use a professional photographer and drone video on every single listing, as well as collaborate with agents across the country to find your buyer. Check me out online at clarissasellswnc.com or give me a call at 828-774-6343. It would be my pleasure to assist you through the real estate process.
The Sportsocracy.
That is some good, clean family fun there, eh, Kai? Right you are.
That's right. Good, clean family fun here on the ESPN Asheville radio show. If you're in for some not good, clean family fun, that's when you join us for the morning show.
Yes.
In the new year, it will be the uncensored third hour exclusively on YouTube starting on January the 4th. Anyhow, we are the Sportsocracy. This is the Ingalls studio, and this is ESPN Asheville. 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. Earlier in the program, to start the program, Jeremy heard the story earlier today, and he could not resist.
Nope.
As a Jets fan in Miami, decided to propose to his girlfriend, had it all set up, the big Jumbotron ceremony and everything, and they went to it, and he wasn't there. He never showed up to actually give the ring or get on the knee or whatever he was planning to do. So that brought up dumb sports traditions. What are the dumbest things that we do in sports that probably just have either ran their course or they just never really made sense to begin with? I've seen this one over and over again. The Indy 500, drinking milk in the middle of the summer or at the start of the summer after you win the race.
What's wrong with that?
Milk is a bad choice on hot days.
Oh, milk's fantastic. I love milk.
But first off, if you're going to drink the milk, okay, drink the milk because it's the tradition thing to do, but do you necessarily have to bathe in it? Do you have to pour it all over yourself?
Oh, it's fantastic. Why would you not?
Oh, okay.
Oh,
again, milk and jumper cables, things that we don't want to know what Jeremy does with them.
Hey,
excellent.
you know,
family fun show. I got to remind myself that sometimes.
Now, I'll tell you something bizarre. I don't like ice cream.
Yeah, that's strange.
I love whole milk, but I don't like ice cream.
That is absolutely strange.
I just don't get it. Why would I not just drink it? If I want something that tastes like that, why don't I just drink milk?
Because
it's quenching. It's lovely.
But it's not flavored.
So?
Like, ice cream is not milk flavored. Ice cream is whatever flavor of ice cream you get.
I've also never had a glass of chocolate milk in my entire life.
Which is dumb to me. Like, seriously?
Why would I want to taint my milk with chocolate?
Because chocolate's awesome and chocolate makes everything better.
I don't.
Facts. Don't care about your feelings.
The only way I like chocolate is with peanut butter. I don't like chocolate by itself.
That's ridiculous. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
It's a pointless carb. I don't understand.
Oh, look at you, Mr. All Healthy. It's a pointless carb.
Oh, no. Healthy is not something I have ever been called. I just don't understand why you would throw the extra calories for something that already tastes delicious. Milk by itself is fantastic.
Yeah.
And I am one of those guys that will just go to the fridge and go, ooh, milk.
Mm-hmm.
No glass, straight out of the carton.
Mm-hmm. Your wife hasn't broken you of that habit yet?
Nope. As a matter of fact, I got her doing it every once in a while.
Now, see, that's when you know true love.
Oh, yeah.
When you can catch her doing the same gross stuff that you do.
A couple that chugs milk out of the carton together stays together.
Hot. Pretty soon, y'all will be putting cigarettes out on each other's couches.
There you go. Okay. You know, I'm not sure I love this Don Rickles version of you that I've been working with all day.
I'm in a good mood, man. It's the holidays are right. I mean, I can touch them. It's like right there. And I get more jolly the closer that we get to Christmas. It's in the Santa Claus of my contract.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Indy 500, apparently back in 1936, Louis Meyer drank it in Victory Lane because his mother told him that it would refresh him on a hot day. Yeah, that's ill-advised. We all saw Anchorman. We know milk is a bad choice. Exactly. Detroit, always being home for Thanksgiving football games. Dumb tradition. Probably great for all those people in Detroit who know that, hey, on Thanksgiving, we can be thankful we have a crappy football team and we can go to the stadium and enjoy in all of the misery.
Well, my question with that's always been, why would you want a good team to play right there? I usually watch like 10 minutes of that game.
Mm-hmm, but if it was a good team, would you not want to watch?
I'm not going to change the tradition of eating at lunch.
Oh.
I watch the Cowboys game, which is at 4:30,
mm-hmm.
and there's a big concert, and it's a show, and it's a whole bunch of fun.
Right.
No, I'm good. Don't mess
You're
with
good.
the Lions.
Keep the bad
teams.
Good.
Especially now that we got a third game at night. Keeps that day, still family centric without being a working day.
Okay. Here's another hockey one that was thrown out in the comments. If you'd like to comment, go to the sportsocracy.com, click on the live video link, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Let us know what you think is a stupid tradition in sports, and we will we'll get it in before the end of the program here. Another hockey one, hat trick hats. When somebody on your team scores the hat trick, 3 goals, you throw your hat onto the ice. I am way too cheap for that, okay? I paid $35 for this hat. I didn't want to pay that for it in the first place.
No, you didn't.
Why am I throwing this hat onto the ice?
No, you didn't. I watched it get handed to you.
I'm not saying this hat on my head. I'm saying the hat that I would throw on the ice that has my favorite team's logo on it.
I was about to say, you paid $0 US doll hairs for that hat. As a matter of fact, you have paid $0 US doll hairs for every hat I have ever seen on your head.
Bingo.
Yep.
I am cheaper than oxygen. And when you give me free stuff, I will wear it. Absolutely. I did pay for this shirt, though. It's a Christmas Jam shirt.
I've been trying to figure out what that said all day.
Yeah, it's the Warren Haynes Christmas Jam. This is the 22nd annual Christmas Jam.
I like Warren Haynes, so.
How can you not?
Usually I would try to find a way to make fun of you for that, but I like Warren, and Warren does fantastic things.
That's a tradition that went away with COVID. Like, why are we not doing that now? Hello?
I think that's going to come back. It's just we're.
My uncle does have his cell phone number. I could just call him and ask him, but I'm not gonna. Anyhow, dumb sports traditions. We will continue it right after this. First, we got to get weird. Jeremy, you got something weird to tell us today? All right.
On the weird scale, there's Vegas, there's Florida, and there's Asheville. Let's get weird, Asheville.
Go ahead.
If you're not from Los Angeles County, you probably don't know the name William Barquette. He lives in La Jolla, California, and he has a very extravagant lifestyle. $1 million homes. He's a grand developer. Well, in September, they figured out why. Because he was misappropriating funds to the tune of $20 million from a failed solar project in eastern Los Angeles County. Now, you might be asking yourself, why are you telling a story from September in December? Because the list of things that he used said money for has come out. He paid off one of his houses. He paid for trips in the French Riviera. He also paid for something else in the French Riviera. His daughter's multi-million-dollar wedding that featured a $360,000 performance by Italian opera singer Andrea Bocelli. Wait. You embezzled from taxpayers and used that to hire an opera singer for your daughter's wedding. If that's not crimes, I don't know what crimes is. That's like the definition of stupid crimes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I would be so angry. I would be so angry.
Oh, if you were a taxpayer in that state?
Has been charged with embezzlement, grand theft, money laundering, and misappropriation of public funds. More than $8 million of the money went to his own personal joys.
Mm-hmm. I just can't wait to see what the sentence looks like.
I hope it's a very long time.
I do too. Betraying the public trust should be, other than like murder and stuff like that. It should be a felony among felonies. I was entrusted with the public money, and I couldn't even do that. Here, I'm gonna weave this into the dumb sports traditions that we have. Ben Roethlisberger has made a wager on a football game, and he is putting something down on his team, his college team. Miami of Ohio. Miami of Ohio is going to be playing North Texas in the Frisco Football Classic. This is not the Frisco Bowl. This is the game that they had to add because too many teams qualified for bowl games. So they had to add an extra game.
This is the Hardee's Best Cheeseburger Classic.
Yes, the Frisco Football Classic. And if Miami wins, Ben Roethlisberger wants a signed jersey from Mean Joe Greene. Mean Joe Greene went to North Texas way, way, way back in the day. And if North Texas wins, Roethlisberger says he is going to donate to the Agnes Lucille Kraft Greene Memorial Scholarship Fund, which was started by Greene in honor of his late wife, whom he met when the two were students at North Texas. And as Ben put this out here, he said, quote, "This is my chance to finally sack Mean Joe Greene." Okay, well, that statement just doesn't make any sense to me. Ben Roethlisberger doesn't play a position that sacks people, but he's trying to build the bridge between the old school and the new school of Pittsburgh Steelers fans. This is stupid to me. Like, celebrities making dumb wagers on football games is one of the things that I've just never gotten. Like, we used to have to do these, kitschy little stories, these little kicker stories, they call them in the newsroom, of, North Carolina was playing Illinois in the national championship game, and the North Carolina governor bets barbecue against the Illinois governor's whatever Illinois is known for food-wise. I don't even know. Pizza, I guess, from Chicago. It never made any sense to me. You're a wagering guy, though, so you get it, so you like it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I would wager on anything. There are very few things that you could look at me and go, have you ever maybe placed a side wager on that? I've routinely said on this show during the heart of coronavirus times, I had a cricket guy.
Yeah, I remember that. We talked about Russian table tennis at one point, too.
We did.
I remember that.
If you take away the things I like, I will bet on things that I don't care about.
Those are bad days. Those were bad days.
That feels like it was forever ago and really recently at the same time.
Yep. I think that's how we all feel coming through this coronavirus era that we have lived in for the last 2 years. But no, celebrity bets on football games where you're just betting weird things. I've never understood those. And I think that is a stupid sports tradition. Much like the seventh inning stretch.
Yeah, that's dumb.
The seventh inning stretch. I mean, we all know the song. We were all raised on it. Take me out to the ball game and all that. Cracker Jacks and peanuts and woohoo. The seventh inning stretch, I don't know why it was originally created.
For Harry Carey.
For Harry Carey. So Harry Carey could drunkenly sing it at Cubs
100%.
games.
19 Budweisers in. Oh, 1, I 2, I 3. As soon as there was no more Harry Carey, no more seventh inning stretch.
But why is it necessary for the seventh inning stretch? Like, at one point it made sense to me because I grew up with a dad who would take me to sporting events and would not allow me to leave. Like, I couldn't get up and walk around. So, like, seventh inning stretch came around. I was like, yeah, this is great. I can finally get up and stretch my legs. And then as I got a little older, I was never at the game. Like, we would go to the game, but you were stretching the whole time. Like, just walking around back and forth to the concession stands, especially at baseball games. It was boring just sitting there watching it.
Oh, yeah, I would be bored before the first pitch was actually thrown.
Right. So I don't understand the seventh inning stretch. Why do we still do that?
Yeah, that's exactly what baseball needs, something that makes it longer.
Right. And a song that we can all joyously sing together. Doesn't make sense.
Rob Johnson in our comments.
I'm your huckleberry.
Saying the Cowboys are America's team. Stop it. Agreed.
Yes.
Agree. I've never really understood that either.
Well, I mean, it made sense when they were winning Super Bowls in the 90s.
It made sense when they were the only team that played on television. I'm going to watch both games tonight at the same time, on the same screen. There is no such thing as an America's team now.
Right.
We don't agree on anything in this country, let alone a team.
No. Do you know what America's team is? It's
Money.
USA. It's the one that says USA on the front of it.
Yeah, your answer was better than mine.
And nobody else plays football. So we can't have that as an Olympic sport. Although maybe we should. Maybe we should start doing that. Maybe we just need another gold medal that the U.S. always wins.
I was about to say, I don't think you can get other places on board with that.
Oh, come on. Don't you think we could get a Sri Lankan American football team to come out and play us? No? Don't think so? All right. Fine then. Somebody asked this in the comments, and I don't think I can get down with this as a stupid sports tradition. Team mascots. Why do we still do team mascots? I understand the team mascot concept. It's cool for the kids. Like, that was the only thing I cared about going to the games with my dad when I was when I was a smaller tank. I won't say a wee little tank because I was never a wee little tank.
It's still the only thing you understand. I couldn't. I tried. I did. I tried.
Oh.
I tried.
But the highlight of going to the tourist game was to see the mascot, was to see Teddy Tourist walking around McCormick Field. Or he would always take me when the Philly Fanatic came to town, or the Miami Maniac, or
I understand
the chicken, the famous chicken.
I understand it with minor league teams. I don't really understand it in the NFL.
Why not? It's the same thing.
And the ones in the NBA are the worst.
No, I disagree
Like the Phoenix
fully.
Suns have a Sasquatch. Why? Why is that your mascot? Your team name is the Suns.
I thought it was a gorilla.
Yeah, it is.
It is a gorilla.
Who has a Sasquatch?
The Avalanche?
Somebody has
hockey
one
team?
of those, maybe.
I understand.
I mean,
the
I'm not
mascot.
against it.
It's for the kids.
Oh, man, I'm not against it.
What's the best mascot? Best mascot in sports?
The Sasquatch.
Doesn't count. You don't even know what team he plays for.
Correct. No. I've always been partial to the Indianapolis Colt.
Really? That's a very random.
Hell, he's one of the only ones I ever see. Because he's underneath the goalpost, banging his head against it when somebody kicks field goal.
I don't know. I mean,
that has to be the worst job in all of sports. The guy in that costume?
Uh-huh.
Oh, good gracious.
Oh, miserable.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely miserable. And those teams like in the deep South, I have to imagine they've got like 3 or 4 dudes that do that.
Oh,
like
yeah.
you could only do that for a quarter at a time.
Before I got my first job, I almost got a job as Chuck E. Cheese.
Right.
I thank my lucky stars every day that phone call never came. Or that it didn't come in time. It actually did come.
Right.
And now I look back on it and go, when did I like people enough to think of doing that? That seems forever ago.
Mm-hmm. When I was in like the 6th grade, I thought that'd be a cool job. Be a sports mascot.
You strike me as a mascot guy.
Yeah. I like kids. So what? Don't do that. Don't like try to turn it into something weird.
I wasn't going to.
Yeah. I saw that look on your face and you're like, oh, I wouldn't have said that.
Because I'm trying to figure out how you're still trying to justify that.
What?
Like I would want to get in that costume.
Oh, well, again, I was in the 6th grade. I wasn't thinking about how hot that's going to be strapped in that much, styrofoam or whatever the heck.
It's just miserable.
Oh, yeah. You got that giant cage on your head and all of that. Like, no, but mascots have a place in the game.
I would agree.
I
I certainly don't want to get rid of them.
And that was one of the coolest parts of the NCAA football game was having the mascot game.
I can genuinely say I never played that, not one time.
I did once just to see what it looked like, and it was, it was not as great as it's not as great as I wanted it to be. But anyway, the OG Philly fanatic, Jason Trump says in the comments, I'd agree with that. Nobody will ever beat the famous chicken or the San Diego chicken. Or, that was one mascot that everybody got to see. Because he went on the baseball tour and just did every park in America. Those are some of my finest memories of McCormick Field, was watching the famous chicken. I liked mascots. I always thought they added something a little extra to the game when there wasn't really a whole lot to watch on the field, like we had last night.
Ugh.
Like we could have tonight. Like we could have tonight. Although you got the Washington football team, do they even have one?
No, they don't have a team name. How in the world do you have a mascot?
Block W just walking around the stadium? At least get the presidents or something like the Nationals have.
Ugh. You've always liked that. I think it's so stupid.
Not the president races, the sausage races in Milwaukee. I think there's a place in the game for all of that frivolity.
Yeah, it's usually in baseball where everybody else is trying to go, will you do something, please?
And somebody mentioned in the comments the Bengals playing Welcome to the Jungle 500 times during a game. Yes, that can get very, very annoying. When one team picks one song to be their positioning song, it's always a bad thing.
Oh, no, it's not always a bad thing. The Pittsburgh Steelers with Renegade.
Yeah, but they only play that once.
That's fine. It's the best. I don't even like the Steelers, and I literally sit around waiting for that to happen in close games.
Right. Carolina Panthers. The Carolina Panthers play boom, boom, boom after every touchdown.
At least they don't play Sweet Caroline.
Yeah.
Top 5 most overrated songs of all time.
Disagree.
Ugh.
Disagree.
There is nothing.
That is one of the greatest traditions of all sports.
Oh.
Sweet Caroline.
What, a bunch of drunk people in
the
Boston
8th inning in Boston. Yep.
Ugh.
Yep. It's one of the greatest traditions in sports. See, this is the thing. Sports traditions are so subjective. Like, you really like your team's celebrations. It's other teams' celebrations that upset you.
Oh, I think my team's celebration is the dumbest thing on the planet.
What is yours?
The Jets, Jets. Every time I've ever been in that stadium, I'm like, will you? Yeah, because I'm making fun of it. Like, really? We spell our team's name? That's our thing? Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's how Jets fans know how to spell it. I've said that about Georgia fans forever. Half of Georgia fans wouldn't know how to spell the state name if it wasn't for Georgia.
At Sports Tank ESPN. I feel like you're just trying to...
I'm hitting everybody today. Yeah. I'm just Don
Your Twitter
Rickles and
inbox
everybody.
is going to look like mine for once.
You're in the Sportsocracy here on ESPN Asheville. 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400.
This is your time saver traffic on the new ESPN Asheville.
Traffic slow, 240 westbound between Charlotte Street and Montford Avenue. 26 westbound delays between Fanning Bridge Road and the Blue Ridge Parkway. 26 eastbound slow between Brevard Road and the Blue Ridge Parkway. Near Marion, 40 eastbound at Harmony Grove Road, mile marker 90. An accident, right lane closed. Haywood County, 40 westbound slow between Fines Creek Road and Harmondon Road. Airport Road, moving between Watson Road and I-26, both directions. Heavy delays. Hendersonville Road, northbound in the Fletcher area, approaching Fanning Bridge Road, delays. And Sweeten Creek Road, north and southbound, approaching Mills Gap Road, delays. I'm Lyndon Field with your Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Friday Health Plans. Friday Health Plans is designed for people who buy their own health insurance with benefits like unlimited $0 primary care and mental health visits in person and online. Financial aid available. Get a quote at FridayHealthPlans.com. All plans issued by Friday Health Plans of North Carolina, Inc.
What's all the buzz about nasal irrigation and navage? And should I try it? Here's the science. Airborne germs invade through your nose. It's the body's air filter for trapping allergens and viruses. When your nose gets clogged, it's less effective and germs multiply. Eventually, your immune system can get overwhelmed and you get sick. Nasal irrigation is an effective, all-natural way to clean your nose. It's not a drug. It's more like plumbing. Saline goes in one nostril, around the back of the nose and out the other nostril, flushing out mucus and germs. I'm Martin Hoke, and I invented Navage to make cleaning your nose easy. It's the world's only nose cleaner with powered suction. Navage pulls out the bad stuff so you can breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and feel healthier. At Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, Bed Bath, and Walmart. Or go to Navage.com for a free gift with purchase. Over 2 million sold. Navage, Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
Hey, this is Reese Witherspoon, and in my new movie, Sing 2, we're getting a band back together for the musical event of the year. The stage has never been bigger, and the stakes have never been higher, but I'm ready to sing. Are you?
Sing 2, rated PG, only in theaters Wednesday.
When the kids turn unholy, Harrelson's Own keeps my patience divine.
Life can be chaotic, but Harrelson's Own CBD helps keep you calm through any storm. We make every bottle of Harrelson's Own from 100% organic CBD, hand-harvested right from the farm. Our nano-emulsified technology makes it so your body absorbs it immediately, so you start to feel it in seconds, not 60 minutes. It's actually one of the fastest-acting CBDs on the market today. Some people take it for general well-being. For me, it just makes everything about my day a little better.
It helps me relax. It helps me be there with my kids. Give your life a boost.
So to sum it all up, you're going to feel the benefits quickly, love the way it feels, pay a fair price, and you're going to thank us for it. Give Harrelson's Own a try, from our family to yours. Go to HarrelsonCBD.com to order yours now. HarrelsonCBD.com.
Pernicious, adjective, having a harmful effect, especially in a gradual or subtle way. Now, Wicked Weed's flagship IPA, winner of a silver medal at the U.S. Open Beer Championships, isn't harmful unless you're a competing IPA. Brewed in the mountains of western North Carolina, Pernicious IPA will destroy your expectations for all others in its class. Pernicious IPA inspires you to enjoy fresh and often. Order up at wickedweedbrewing.com. Wicked Weed Brewing, the official craft beer of Furman Athletics. Drink different, drink responsibly.
Christmas, the season of giving. At Ingalls, we know that nothing brings a family together quite like the holidays. This Christmas, let's give what's in our hearts, thoughtfully and cheerfully.
This week at Ingalls, select sizes and varieties Maxwell House large can or pod coffee, $5.98 each. Select sizes and varieties Green Giant canned vegetables, 3 for $2. And select 12-ounce Celsius sparkling water, 2 for $3. Ingalls, low prices, love the savings.
Oh, welcome back into the Sportsocracy, and it's time for a Monkey Knife Fight. Go to monkeyknifefight.com. It's daily fantasy sports props. You can make your wagers there. You play the games. Very simple to do. Use the promo code TANK, T-A-N-K, when you sign up. Make your initial deposit. They will match it up to $50, and they'll also give you a $5 free play, which you can use on tonight's game. Jeremy.
I am playing the more or less 3X multiplier between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington football team. I will take less than 177.5 passing yards for Jalen Hurts and less than 169.5 for Garrett Gilbert.
Wow.
That will take your $10 buy-in and turn it into a $30 prize.
Wow, I think the over-unders would be they would be higher on high school football games. That's crazy.
If they had let the kickers play, I do believe that you would have a higher over-under.
See, that's another thing I just can't get down with. Like, you have no Taylor Heineke, you have no Kyle Allen, you're getting Garrett Gilbert off the scrap heap from somewhere to come in and try to win a game that you need to make the playoffs?
Hey, Garrett Gilbert sees this as his opportunity to become who he was always destined to be. This is one of the biggest recruits in the history of high school football.
Mm-hmm.
Just didn't quite go his way.
Texas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How ironic would that be?
He was behind Colt McCoy?
Yes.
Okay.
How ironic would that be if he comes in here after being discarded by the Dallas Cowboys and just looks fantastic? I don't think it's going to happen. I'm just saying if it did. Oh, if it did, oh boy.
It would be a great story. And I'm sure all of the Terry McLaurin fantasy owners out there really want that to happen, because this week stunk in fantasy football. I had one team that was 12-0 3 weeks ago. I lost the last 3 weeks of the season. I'm out of the playoffs now. I had Travis Kelce on Thursday night score 41 points. My entire team scored 78.
You should draft better.
That's how bad this team was. I had the best team in the league. I was 12-0.
Until you didn't. Yeah. Hey, this wasn't a great year for me.
Tom Brady and Chris Godwin and ugh.
You could have had a top 4 player at every position on your fantasy team and all year long and not have broken 50 points this week.
Yep.
One of the most mind-boggling things I have ever seen.
Absolutely gross. But, yeah, NFL pushing back these games really helped us out. Really helped us out.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think Washington's actually missing more players than we started with.
Yeah. And what genius. Usually the NFL kills this opportunity thing. They see an opportunity and they pounce on it and capitalize and turn it into $1 million idea. Whose idea was it to have both of these games at 7 o'clock?
You have to.
Why?
You didn't have a choice because they were both Fox games.
You couldn't have had one at 5 and one at 8 like they did last night?
Well, in theory, you could have done that.
Yeah.
But Fox does not like preempting the local news.
Ah. Yes, that local news that everybody's just thriving for.
Hey, some people are.
I know.
For me,
it
depresses me, so I try not to.
I'm not one of those either. And over the weekend when I saw people hitting social media talking about the YouTube TV, dropping all the Disney and ABC and all of that, they lost the contracts, and everybody's like, oh, where can I go to get WLOS? Yeah. I mean, there are ways. There are ways you can find around it. But, apparently that all got cleared up. and people with YouTube TV are happy again. So congratulations on that.
Yeah, if it's ever a discrepancy with ESPN, you rest assured it's probably going to be fixed pretty quick.
Yeah. I just feel like that's one of those things that the local news can wait until after the game. We can do back-to-back games, or give me an hour in between games or 30 minutes in between games that you could do the local news. The NFL games are way more important at this point.
Tomorrow in the Sportsocracy, 10 a.m., we'll be doing power rankings for Week 16 in the NFL. Those will also be put out on our TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, basically any social media. Just type in @the Sportsocracy, and you'll see them team by team coming out tomorrow. And we will be here live at 3 o'clock tomorrow.
We will.
Just 2 more shows before the end of the year.
And we will double up on the Jeremy's Christmas movie reviews in his state. He was not able to watch a Christmas movie last night. I have brought in all of the movies that he's supposed to watch tonight. I have all of them. Santa Claus is Coming to Town, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, The Year Without a Santa Claus. And just in case he wants extra torture, I brought him Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas. All great Christmas classics. All of them will be horribly, horribly panned tomorrow right here on ESPN Asheville by one Mr. Gingy Ninja, Big John Denver Jr. We still haven't come up with your wrestling name, but we're going to nail that down tomorrow here in the Sportsocracy.
This is your Exergen Temporal Scanner weather forecast on ESPN Asheville.
Well, the numbers going uphill as we head towards Christmas, and we're watching some rain come up from the southwest for tonight. Sprinkles in the forecast here tonight. Could see some higher elevation flurries here in western North Carolina tonight, low 31 degrees. Partly cloudy Wednesday, high 43, low 23 tomorrow night. And then a nice increase to the numbers for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. We're talking low to mid 60s Friday and Saturday here in Asheville. I'm meteorologist Scott Lariamore. That's the latest Weather Channel forecast.
This report is sponsored by Tyson Furniture. Don't miss the famous after Christmas sale at Tyson Furniture. It's the only time everything on display is on sale. A once-in-a-year event between Christmas and New Year's Day when everything in stock is on sale at 20% off the lowest tag price. Don't